Under the sun, the fields are alive. Cheering crowds and the teams collide. In these moments, we stand tall and free. First pride runs deep in me. With every touchdown, we rise and we cheer. Unity and spirit, the heart will hear. Raise your voices, let's make it loud. In Florida's high schools, we're so damn proud. From the bleachers to the end zone to go, football and cheers make our spirits grow. Girls in the game, they're fierce and bright. Flag in hand, they give it their might. From every town they bring their dreams. On this field of gold, nothing's as it seems. Together we shine, together we play. In Florida's heart, we own this day. Raise your voices, let's make it loud. In Florida's high schools, we're so damn proud. From the bleachers to the end zones go, football and cheers make our spirits grow. So here's to the game, we'll rise and stand. In Florida's field, we're the band.
All right, it is Wednesday night. It is time for the Central Florida edition of the Blitz, and it is Happy Wiggle Jiggle Jello Day. Is that a day?
Yep.
Wow.
There you go.
Emery's in the chat. Good evening to you. Mark Cannon, what's up? We are here for Wednesday night. It is the eve before playoffs. Before the playoff brackets, as you say.
Christmas Eve playoff edition.
Oh, I can't wait until tomorrow.
It's like Christmas Eve, you know?
Yeah. How's everybody doing? What? My favorite Jello. I haven't eaten Jello in so long. I haven't eaten Jello since my grandmother was alive. If that tells you anything.
Jello almost had no flavor, so.
Oh, it's gelatin. I mean, there's unflavored gelatin.
Yeah.
Glad y'all are with us here. Coming up here for the interview tonight, we'll have head coach Brad Lord of the 9-1 South Lake Eagles District Champs in District 6A6. And glad y'all are here. And Mark Gaines says, I dated a woman like that, Chris. God. Oh, Lord, the chat's already on fire. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. By the way, I'm going to flash this QR code up. If you've been sleeping under a rock, and you haven't been on the website today, hit that QR code and there on the screen, and you can basically get the for the projected playoff brackets that we released a little. Hey, we'll do a full what we got on the website tomorrow on the show. But if you're kind of want to take the bait, premium content under the season ticket, you can hit that QR code and go right to it there, and we'll have it here during the show. We'll flash it up a few times each show. So there you go.
Yeah. Like if you want the Christmas present early.
Yep, one Christmas present early, and I got another Christmas present in the works. I'm not saying what it is. I cannot say. Chris knows what it is about, but we can't say. It is Merry Bracket Day Eve. Playoff brackets in a sizzle.
Get out of here with Santa. It's November.
Oh boy, he's got to breathe the turkey out. Hold on. No, wait a second. What did Mr. Turkey say? Mr. Turkey is saying, "Hey, it's my month." With that said, let's get into the Blitz Lines here. Here we go. Chris, our picks last week on this one. Well, yeah. Old Plank at Lake Highland Prep. Well, we thought Old Plank was winning. The Plank ran out. The Plank ran out. Lake Highland advances to the quarterfinals in the SSA 11-man state championship bracket in the North. Got it sitting here. I've got the forecast here sitting here because I can tell you pretty much the forecast is up now for this week, by the way, as well. Lake Highland Prep, they are hosting Foundation Academy, a good Orlando area matchup this week. Foundation Academy projected to win that game. Only SSA game, playoff games this week. That's it, Chris.
Yeah. Playoff games in FHSAA, and then next week the real stuff starts in the Florida High School Football Association.
Yeah, absolutely. Orlando Christian Prep, New Smyrna Beach. How about this? New Smyrna Beach pulling off one in overtime. Both teams are headed to playoffs. They'll find out their bracket seeding tomorrow. Of course, New Smyrna Beach, district champ in 4A. District 6, I believe, is their district. New Smyrna Beach district champs. Orlando Christian Prep had come up against short against Melbourne Central Catholic in their district in 1A6. Ocoee at Jones. Well, that Jones 28-0. There's that one. How about Lake Mary? Oh my goodness, Chris. That for all of us in our picks. That was no Buono. Lake Mary ran roughshod and had Bishop Moore their first loss, giving first and only loss of the regular season, and derailing Bishop Moore's hopes of a perfect regular season. And in the battle of the Orange Crate, well, it was West Orange all night, and there you go, West Orange. But our picks, well, let's see. Well, you took West Orange, Chris. Congratulations on that one. Me and Reno. Yeah. That was and in the battle, who Bradford plays in the playoffs? Well, you'll have to find out tomorrow. Got Roger starting at 11 o'clock. We'll do our stuff there, projected playoff brackets and all that, and then we will bring the FHA bracket show in as well when we do the analysis and all that, starting 11 o'clock tomorrow morning here on our YouTube channel at Florida HS Football. Also, we'll stream it live on X and Facebook as well. So, going through real quick here, and then in the battle of the barrel, the oldest rivalry in Orange County, Edgewater and Boone. Well, it was Edgewater's show, and I gotta say, I'm gonna give myself a round of applause for picking Edgewater. You and Reno took Boone. Hey, good guess. I mean, considering both teams were 9-0, I mean, that's I mean, it could have gone either way. And rivalry game. That game, by the way, that game was completely sold out before Friday even rolled around. They had no tickets left. That tells you.
Well, that's not surprising.
That's not surprising, and that for a rivalry like that, that is like 70. I think it's 73, 74 years old now. It's. I mean, you can't ask for a better rivalry than that.
Yeah. That's the way it should be.
It absolutely should be that way here. And with all that said, let's see. Mark Cannon says he was surprised about Bishop Moore got beat that badly. Yeah, I was stunned when I saw that score come up. I was like, well, I was following the updates, and I'm just like, well, That was not what I expected. And of course, Noli, hey, hello, Noli. Good to see you in the house here. Edgewater's still king of Orlando. Well, they're king of Orange County, that's for sure. I can tell you that. Perfect 10-0 regular season. I get hats off to the Eagles here. And yeah, Mark's right. Noli is the king of the chat. But Mark, you and Emery are also the kings of the chat, so I have to issue multiple crowns to y'all because y'all make it fun and entertaining for all of us here each and every week when we do our shows here Tuesday and Wednesday nights during the season. And of course, I gotta say, when we get to the holidays, we'll do some of the best of. We'll kind of call it a best of package of our best interviews that we've had all season long here. And you know what, coming up here, I know we're gonna have a great interview. I love talking with Coach Lord here, and when we come back, we will talk to Coach Brad Lord of the 9-1 South Lake Eagles going to the playoffs, District 6A6 champions. You'll find out their seating tomorrow as well, along with everybody else. We'll be right back here in about 2 minutes here on the Central Florida edition of the Blitz here on FloodHSFootball.com and the FloodHSFootball.com social media handles.
I've been thinking about this for a long time. I thought, if that's out there, I want to make sure I see it and I get involved in it, because to me, this was music to my ears. I was blown away. When you look at today's kid, the millennium kid, they learn by being able to see it. If I can see it, there's a great chance that I can do it. The First Down Playbook is a tool that can essentially change the way we teach the game.
Box Out gives you the ability to create graphics at the speed of sports to highlight your athletic department, teams, and student athletes in seconds. Used and trusted by Notre Dame, Ohio State, UConn, Marquette, Georgetown, and many more of the top college brands in the country. If you want your school's brand to stand out through all the clutter, start your free demo at boxoutsports.com.
High school sports fans, follow your team live with a free ScoreStream mobile app. Download ScoreStream to get real-time scores, photos, and awesome video. Plus, follow your favorite teams and friends. Get real-time high school sports from ScoreStream.
Get ready for the 2026 Coach of the Year Clinics. This February and March, see top collegiate coaches, learn from the best, and take your program to the next level. Don't miss America's most respected coaching clinics.
All right, welcome back here to the Central Florida edition of the Blitz as we go into the interview, and I'm excited about this one because last year I talked to Coach Lord around this time, and I got to say the improvement from 24 to 25 for the South Lake Eagles is quite impressive. And Coach Brad Lord joins us now here, 9-1 District 6A6 champions here. And Coach, congratulations on the district championship. Boy, let's talk about the improvement. I know last year y'all were coming into the playoffs. Y'all were 7-3, but 9-1 this year. I mean, this team is just really impressive here. And again, just what's the key difference here between the 24 team and this 25 team?
Well, I think it was a build on everything. I mean, when we started in 23, I talked to these boys. They had been through some really tough seasons at South Lake, and after Coach Willem retired, there were a few really tough seasons, and it was great to get Coach Willem on our staff too. They work hard. They bought in. When I came in there, I knew that South Lake had the talent. The school's always had a lot of great players that's come out of South Lake. A lot of them played for the Gators. You know, you had Demps, you had Kelly Joyner who played at USF. A whole bunch of great players and great traditions. And, with the way of school of choice, a lot of kids from South Lake before we got there had gone and left and gone to other schools. And I knew when I went there, and, they got me out of retirement off the golf course. And when I met the principal and met the students at the school, I knew that it could be a very good football program. And we started in the weight room and went basic. And these kids were, I think, second semester freshmen when I took over. They were, and they bought into what we were doing. And we're blessed. We're blessed to be talked about with such great teams as Plant and Armwood and our region and Durant and Melbourne and all these great teams. We're just glad that we get some mention.
No, and definitely I wanted to mention y'all because again, I'm comparing. I'm just looking at this just off the quick stats here. I mean, you only scored 288 points the entire season last year. I mean, that includes the playoff game, but this year 402 points against the 152. That's very significant right there. I mean, you got to start this. I mean, you just look at the player stats here. I mean, obviously, with your quarterback Trey Kelly, almost 2,000 yards passing so far, and with the 10 games played, I mean, it's very impressive and a lot of improvement there.
He's a very hard worker. He started since his freshman year, and he's a quarterback that I wouldn't trade for anyone in Central Florida. He's a winner and works hard in the weight room, works hard at his craft. But I can say that about everyone on this team. They enjoy it. We're representing our school. We're representing Groveland. And it's a football community. And we're just going to go out there and represent at our very best. I know that, there's so many teams that are out there with talent and stuff, and we're just going to go hard and do what we do.
No, absolutely.
Malik Holman, great running back. Jesse Parker Jr. as a defensive line, he's raised havoc for 2 years in backfield. So we have players that are devoted to what we do, and we're sort of out there on an island, at the end of Claremont, and we just want to work hard, represent our community.
Yeah, so one of the biggest things about your team is your defense. 18 interceptions, 18 fumble recoveries, 5 blocked field goals, one of my favorite stats. That's a very impressive number on your defense. Talk about your defense and how it's transformed over the course of the season.
Well, we're blessed to have some great defensive coaches, our coordinators, all our D-line coaches. They put their hearts and soul into it. Our kids are studying. We're teaching, what college football is going to be all about, film and learning. And, you got to learn as a coach. Yeah. Listen, I've done, everything I've done as a coach, I've stolen from some other great coach, Ziegler and Gerke and
oh, man.
And Bob Head, who I got to work for at Olympia for a short time. And you see these coaches and you learn. Ben Bullock at Lake Highland Prep. I mean, we just go and you go to these clinics and start talking and you learn, I can't wait to learn how AI is going to formulate all our formations from the opposition soon. And my coaches don't have to work as hard on the weekend, Can't wait for that. Because our coaches, still work hard.
No, absolutely.
But, I'd say they pay attention to detail on defense. Terrence Cummings has blocked 8 punts this year. But
absolutely. Go ahead.
But we're in a region with powerhouses, so we just want to go out and do our thing, and we're going to work hard and give our best. We're the little train that's going up that mountain.
No, absolutely. Of course. I know when the last rankings came out from the FHSAA last week, y'all were sitting there in that number 2 seed, kind of looking at maybe potentially that's where y'all going to probably fall at when everything comes out tomorrow. But with that said, I'll piggyback off what Chris said about your defense. I mean, I'm like these defensive stats, they're just and I know that you've seen both sides of it. Obviously, you've coached, obviously been a head coach, here, obviously a large school, but also small school football when back in your days at Foundation Academy. What are the similarities that you see in these programs that you have coached at versus maybe the differences?
Players are players. You have a lot of more two-way players like Brian Thomas Jr. and Danny Stutzman didn't come off the field, right? But we have two-way players at South Lake too, and I'd say, my last year was the COVID year at Foundation. And then I took a few years off. And it's a different kid we're coaching. But the first year for me at South Lake, it was a different kid. But then it caught up. These kids, they got outside more. They got in the weight room. They worked out. So talent's talent. South Lake has always had talent. Always. I mean, Coach Willem had great success there even before that. I mean, the 2000 team was a really good team. I think the 96 team was undefeated. So we are really focused on our community. We do a lot of work in our community, a lot of work in the town of Groveland, the city of Groveland, Claremont. We like to be out there. We like to be beacons of light in our community, beacons of light on our campus. The kids on the football team know if there's trash on the table and they walk by it, they better pick it up and throw it out, even if it's not theirs. So, we came in with some old school philosophies, and, I mixed together a coaching staff that's phenomenal. I got a list I could name, but they're all great. A good mix of old and young, and our kids I'm very impressed with the way our kids have bought in.
Oh, that's impressive there and everything. And, you mentioned the community part, and I was gonna lean on to it because obviously, y'all are in the south end of Lake County, obviously the name South Lake, but, obviously you got, there's obviously you got a couple other high schools that, y'all have got rivalries with there. Y'all play each other every year, mostly, depending on the scheduling. There's Lake Minneola, there's East Ridge. But what's interesting is that I just saw recently they're talking about opening another high school in your area at some point.
They are. I think it's down at Four Corners. Going to be down towards the Davenport area, towards Four Corners. I did hear that. It's going to be interesting when they come out with the new districts. I think the FHSAA has done done their homework. I just hope we don't change every 2 years. That's what I'm hoping. We stick with something maybe for 4 years and see if it works. But I know they've done the work. I'm interested to see how that is. I remember at Foundation when I started and we came out of the Sunshine Conference my first year or second year there, and we were in a team with 10 to 12 teams in the district. So it's going to be interesting with that. And, our big thing is we want to teach our kids to be better men, better people in the community. We're big on nutrition. We preach nutrition, and we're big on that. And like I said, we're very humbled to play in such a great region. I know we're the little train in the region, but I mean, we're going to go out and give it our hardest and try our best.
Oh, absolutely.
So we saw the meeting in the last week or so. What's your take on the coaches pay and everything else that's involving the Florida high school, the Florida legislature and all that?
So I don't like to get political, but I will tell you this: coaches and teachers are underpaid. There's 100 for the hours they work. Okay, you're looking at coaches. You're working. I mean, I'm 60, going on 65 years old. okay? And I'm working 70 to 80 hours a week. All right. And these other coaches, these younger coaches, probably give it more than I do on a Saturday when I have to get in the recliner in my slippers and soft step it, and watch some college football. But for the hours they have, the teachers, I'll tell you, our high school, love it. The administration's awesome, right? The teachers are awesome. They're all about the kids. But they got to take care of these people, right? Because they're just going to leave for young talent's going to leave for other states. I'm blessed, very blessed. I have a wife who's very supportive. It's crazy. Her birthday's August 25th, and our anniversary's, in October. So
I feel that, Coach. I feel that.
Yeah, so she's very, very patient with me. She knows this is my passion. She knows we're into it about the community. And Groveland is so interesting, right? It's such an interesting community, so diverse, and unbelievable things. I learn things going to school every day. I get to, work with the kids, and it's just phenomenal. They're teaching me these kids are so smart. I mean, they're teaching me stuff every day. It's unbelievable. And you know what? The community feeling that we have at Southlake with the band and with the students are high-fiving each other, and it's an awesome place to be.
Oh, absolutely here. And we'll find out tomorrow what your playoff placement is going to be. But most likely, since y'all have been projected a high seed here, home game, district champs. And again, Coach, congratulations to your team. I know that y'all have busted your tails off to get to this point and to win that district title. I know that is huge for y'all.
Yeah, we're excited back to back, and our kids are proud of that. And but we're going we're 0-0 right now.
No, absolutely.
And that's what we're preaching. 0-0. We got to get better every day at practice, get better with every rep. And maybe we can compete with such a talented region.
No, absolutely. And I'm excited to see watch what happens in the playoffs here in 6A Region 2. And again, best of luck, Coach. Appreciate you joining us here. And we'll be talking to you more soon.
Thanks, John. Hey, and thank you what you guys do for our kids.
No,
you guys are awesome. The kids follow you guys, and it's awesome what you do for our kids. So we appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
And we appreciate you, Coach, what y'all do as well. So thank you so much.
Take care.
You too. All right. That was head coach Brad Lord joining us here on the Central Florida edition of the Blitz. And Coach Lord, always a great coach to talk to. And again, Southlake back-to-back district championships, much improved, compared to last year's team. This year's team, even better, Chris.
Oh, yeah. And I'm looking forward to seeing what they got to offer in the playoff. I think this team can go a pretty long way, though.
No, absolutely. A deep playoff run is not out of the retrospect here for Southlake this year, especially where they're going to be most likely positioned at come tomorrow when we find out what the brackets are and the final rankings are going to be. So anyways, we got to take a 2-minute timeout. We'll come back. We'll wrap it up and talk some stuff with the classifications and stuff, maybe a couple things about tomorrow, kind of get y'all lined up and ready, get you gassed up for tomorrow. We'll be right back here on the Central Florida edition of the Blitz here on FortHSFootball.com.
I've been thinking about this for a long time. I thought, if that's out there, I want to make sure I see it and I get involved in it, because to me, this was music to my ears. I was blown away. When you look at today's kid, the millennium kid, they learn by being able to see it. If I can see it, it's a great chance that I can do it. The First Down Playbook is a tool that can essentially change the way we teach the game.
Box Out gives you the ability to create graphics at the speed of sports to highlight your athletic department, teams, and student athletes in seconds. Used and trusted by Notre Dame, Ohio State, UConn, Marquette, Georgetown, and many more of the top college brands in the country. If you want your school's brand to stand out through all the clutter, start your free demo at boxoutsports.com.
High school sports fans, follow your team live with a free ScoreStream mobile app. Download ScoreStream to get real-time scores, photos, and awesome video. Plus, follow your favorite teams and friends. Get real-time high school sports from ScoreStream.
Get ready for the 2026 Coach of the Year Clinics. This February and March, see top collegiate coaches, learn from the best, and take your program to the next level. Don't miss America's most respected coaching clinics.
Welcome back here to the Central Florida edition of the Blitz here on FloridaHSFootball.com. No pick six this week. We're going to take a break just for this week. I might get wild and we might pick every FHSAA playoff game going forward.
Yeah.
That'd be wild, right?
Woo.
Oh man, as we got a few minutes left here on the Central Florida edition of the Blitz. You know what, Chris? I know for tomorrow I'm getting gassed up here.
Oh yeah, tomorrow we got some goodies and goodies and goodies.
Yes, indeed. As we got the goodies tomorrow. Remember, the state edition of the Blitz will be on for the bracket reveal and breakdown starting at 11 a.m. Eastern. That is also 10 o'clock a.m. Central Time for those over in the west of the what they call the Apalachicola River. There, y'all can tune in, and we'll bring the FHSAA bracket reveal live to you on the show here starting at noon when they go live. When they go live, we will bring it into you live, and then we will also be joined by some great guests, including the GOAT Larry Bluestein, got Alexander Siski, got Irish Bill Hamill, Charles Jones, and Mike Rideout. Just those are five that I have got on the guest list here. We may add a couple more, depends on everything. You never know. We may throw a coach in or two, depending if they want to hop in. But they're probably going to be trying to get on the phones and start dialing digits to trade game film.
Oh yeah, that's one of the first things they do.
It really is. It's one of the first things they do. And So I'm trying to think here. Okay, Nolly just mentioned in the chat. It looks like Haines City, they're going to near their high school. So Shane Simmons says PC Gridiron Park Highlands Oh, okay. I'm trying to understand your message there, Shane. Maybe make it a little bit more clear for me what you're trying to communicate, and I'll understand it better in the chat there. But yes, we got several guests that understand a lot of their regions, understand the state. We're bringing these guys in. They're really knowledgeable guys, people that we're going to be bringing in and leading in on. We may look towards a couple other people that we know and trust very well to be able to help us digest a lot of information here. But again, a lot going on here. I was going to mention, Noli was mentioning that I think they're talking about a new high school around Haines City. So apparently, I guess that one's on the radar. I know there's another one that's on the radar for Lee County in a couple of years around Alva. Maybe they bring back the name Alva High. There was a program called Alva, had a high school there. So school rezoning I see in Polk County. I know against Lake County looking at another high school. There's 3 high schools opening up this year. 2 of them are going to only have freshman only classes. I think there's one. I think the Welland Park one that's over in near between Venice and Northport. I think they're going to be 9 through 11. I expect them to probably come out of the gate with a varsity team.
Yeah, that's not surprised. And they've already got a new head coach there too in the moving van too.
No, absolutely. I know, Shane, I appreciate you tagging people, letting people know about what we got here. We got a lot tomorrow. Tomorrow at 11 a.m. We'll talk about a lot of stuff there, and rezoning in Polk County is going to shake it. Well, the numbers, the numbers are going to be the big thing, because the numbers that they have the schools turn in this year are going to be is what they're going to base it off of. I don't know if they're going to, if the schools have projected enrollment numbers yet. So it may take another 2 years before the whole rezoning really impacts the classifications, unless they've got projected numbers of what these things could look like. But I'll have to do a little digging on that one and see what's going on there. But there's a lot there, Chris. A lot happening.
Yeah,
it seems like.
Usually when those schools open like that, the kids stay where they're at, and the rezoning only takes effect to the classes that follow. So there shouldn't be too much of an impact on this year and next year, but the year after, yes.
No, absolutely here. And again, there'll be a lot. They'll have projections. No, they have. Oh, okay, Nolly, please send those to me. Please send those to me, because honestly, I would love to take a look and deep dive in that one right there. But yes, indeed. Any final thoughts here, Chris, as we wrap up the Central Florida edition of the Blitz?
I enjoyed listening to Brad Polka with Coach there, and he was very knowledgeable, and that was fun to listen to.
Yeah, Coach Lord, always good to talk to. He's very knowledgeable. Has been around in Central Florida for a long time, and gosh, I remember when he was the head coach there at Foundation Academy, but he built that program up from the ground up, and basically got that program really rolling, and had him close. Had him one game from the state championship game in 2020, and I was there that game. It was between Foundation Academy and University Christian in Jacksonville. I remember it was cold. It was cold and rainy that night. It was wet. And you know what's interesting? There was another game going on. State semifinals. Was it state semifinals? I'm trying to think. Remember, state semifinals? Yeah, it was, because I'm trying to remember here, because not too far away over on the river, there was another good classic game happening, and it was happening between Bowles in Gadsden County. How about that one? Because that was interesting going on down there in the playoffs. I'm trying to remember if that was a state semifinal game or what. It was in the 20. I remember this was the 2020 season. This was actually trying to think here. Was this I'm gonna pull it up here, because I'll be able to tell you what round it was, the way they were going. It was the Final Four. Bowles ended up winning that game 10-7. Gadsden County at one point was like up 7-3 in that one, but that year that was the Bowles and Cardinal Gibbons game in that 4A bracket, and Cardinal Gibbons beat Bowles 35-21. So yeah, definitely. And Emery's like, sometimes you have to take back roads next to that wasteland. What wasteland? Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
I don't want to know.
I don't want to know either. All right. That'll do it for the Central Florida edition of the Blitz here. We'll be back here in just a few minutes here for the Northeast Florida edition of the Blitz. We'll have Ponte Vedra head coach Steve Price on for that. And remember, you can hit that QR code, find the projected playoff brackets that we have. Oh, geez. The chat's still going crazy, Chris. Anyways, bring the crazy chat over to the next show. We'll see you in a few minutes.